Okay, so I want to talk for a moment about playing with a metronome. So this is a metronome I downloaded on my iPhone, and there's several of them in the App Store. This one's for free, and I find it pretty good. I want to talk about why I think it's good to practice with a metronome. So one of the things I've noticed over the years of being a musician and traveling around the world and hearing so many great players play is one thing that all great musicians have in common is they all have a great sense of time. And by that I mean they all have a great internal clock. And so I think it's absolutely essential for us to practice lots to a metronome. But I think it's important for us to talk about how to practice with a metronome. So I see a lot of students, even at jazz schools and music conservatoriums, putting the metronome on the quarter note, that is beats 1, 2, 3, 4. And they'll practice everything like that. And they're almost using the metronome as a crutch to lean on. Whereas I like to practice putting the metronome on different beats or different parts of the bar. And this helps me. It's like a guide, but it helps me build up my internal clock. So I'm going to set this metronome going now. And this is on, it's actually in 3/4, but we're in at 150 beats per minute. But I'm going to count in 4/4 at the moment. So let's see. And I'm going to put this on beat 4. So 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And I'm just going to play paradiddles, single paradiddles, and practice that. And the metronome's on the 4th beat of each paradiddle. Just to give you an idea, I look for different places to put the metronome, and that makes it makes me think more about my internal clock and where beat 1 is. Okay, so this is another way I like to use the metronome. So this is a great book also. This is the Alan Dawson book written by John Ramsey, The Drummer's Vocabulary. And I'm just going to, there's a very famous exercise, if you will, in here entitled The Rudimental Ritual. And I'm a firm believer in the subliminal practice as well. So I like to put the metronome on like polyrhythms. So like for instance, I've been practicing the rudimental ritual with the metronome on dotted half notes. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And I believe that as well as working on whatever we're working on, our hands or our technique or our time, and building up that internal clock, we're also, by doing this, we're playing everything against a polyrhythm, which is actually a really good thing to do, to be able to hear a number of different rhythms and be comfortable with playing along with them at the same time. So just to give you an example, I'm going to play a few bars, a couple of lines of the beginning of the rudimental ritual with the metronome on dotted half notes. So here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2,